offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's Prince in at the 3. Now here's Booker. Outside Paul. And there's the drive. Outside for Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
And Booker's shot is so pretty. Just one of those guys, when you watch him, you feel like every one of them is going in.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Here's Paul. On the take. Crowder outside from the arc. No good. First quarter of play, a minute in.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Crosses over. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent, been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Russell, the pass to Towns. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Paul. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And here's Edwards. Over to the wing. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
And they're just one foul now away from the penalty.
Towns down low, covered by Crowder. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. Pass to Edwards. He takes it in. And Edwards slams it in.
He's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Paul against Russell. Outside for Booker. Takes a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. The drive by Paul. Out to Bridges. Crowder outside. Clock at 6. Booker, the pass to Ayton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Well, Ayton and efficiency go hand in hand. I mean, this guy's field goal percentage is on cloud 9. DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Now here's Russell. And Edwards slams it in.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Russell against Paul. Up top, Bridges. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in.
Bridges showing off his athleticism. He's able to get in there at full speed and still score.
And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Aiden, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. 80s game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Edwards. Here's Prince. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Aiden. Outside Paul. Pass to Bridges. Paul against Russell. Tries again. Out to Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Bridges has got 5 points.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Minnesota with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. And there's the lob, and Edwards slams it in.
Well, when you're super creative like D'Angelo is, playing in the pick and roll becomes a really fun game within the game.
Paul against Russell, outside Booker. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Booker's got his second basket. Well, Brent, comparing eras, a touchy subject. But how do you juxtapose the era of your father, Rick, in the 60s and 70s to your era and even nowadays?
Well, I think between the rule changes, the adoption of the three-point line, and the skill and growth and all the technology and science behind players, that it's really, really difficult to look back 25 years ago and compare the game. Just the game itself, BA, let alone talking about players and their skills.
Now here's Paul. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
CP3 so good at initiating contact and just irritating the defense.
Paul hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
To the inside, and Edwards slams it in.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
And it's Paul off the drive. Pass to Aiden. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brent?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Edwards with it, now guarded by Crowder. Towns for three, and Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Booker, the pass to Paul. Pass to Bridges. Outside Booker, just 5 on the clock. Pure from three-point range. Booker's got 9.
Tough to guard Devin Booker on a quick pick and roll with his size and speed. He can be very dangerous in these sets.
2 minutes remaining.
And he's going for the lob. And Edwards slams it in.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Out to Bridges. Launches a 3. Rebound Minnesota.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Now, the coaching staff has to like that as he picks apart the defense there in the pick and roll play.
Edwards a screen on Paul. Russell to pass to Edwards. Stolen by Ayton. It's Bridges on the wing. Guarded by Russell. Pass to Ayton. Booker with it. Back to Ayton. The Suns need to get off a shot. And here's Crowder from the arc, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And the defense has to bottle him up before Jay Crowder gets it going.
Outside Russell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 9 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Booker against Edwards. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Out to Bridges. Back to Ayton. Pass to Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, there's no stress in Devin Booker's game. Shot clock winding down. He gets it.
And here's Edwards outside. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. Okay, Allie, appreciate it.
33. The Timberwolves. 32.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So for Minnesota right now, we've got McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Anderson in at the 4. The Suns leading. Inside, here's Lee, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's McLaughlin. And yep, it's good.
And it's no surprise they want to get him the ball to start this half.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Shamet. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here. Noel. No good on the three. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's McLaughlin. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Here's Noel. Cans it with nobody near him. Noel's got his first points of the game.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. From downtown. The shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Up top, Anderson. Shag covers. Pass to Reed. Cranked it in off the glass.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Landale. Anderson pulls it down.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Noel. The three. It's hauled in by Shag. McDaniels against Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Shamet. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Landale. Johnson inside. Working on McDaniels. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Reed.
Suns foul. Landry Shamet. First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 31 left in the third quarter of the game. Phoenix grabs the miss. And now the Suns fast break. From behind the arc. The shot comes out. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Noel. Outside, Anderson. Pulls it from 20. And too long on the shot.
Keep giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Lee. Lets the three fly. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. McDaniels inside, covered by Johnson. And here's Anderson. No good on the shot. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to the right wing. Pass to Shamet. Sharic a screen from outside the arc. And the Suns miss again.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead, leading.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Minnesota in the lead. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in its center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards finds Towns. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Crowder. Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. It's Booker on the wing. 4 on the clock. From the baseline. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Just such a gifted scorer. I mean, Devin Booker, a guy that drops 70 once in a game. You got to be kidding me.
The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ayton. Towns against Booker. Ayton passes to Booker. Drops in the 3. Booker's got 20 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals, putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Russell against Paul. Goes up at the elbow.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor.
The shot by Russell, no good. Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Russell against Paul. Outside Booker. Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton, throw it down.
Ayton up there just to drop it in and take some of that rim with them.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And that's going to be a travel. And Minnesota calls time here. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He focused on perimeter play at both ends. On D, he wants to prevent open looks from deep. And at their own end, he thinks they can create better shots with better ball movement. We'll see if he gets his wish. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Ayton passes to Crowder. It's Booker on the wing. Crowder a screen on Edwards. Booker with it. Towns covering. They grab their own miss. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go. Gobert with a screen on Ayton. Here's Prince. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
1:39 left in the game. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Here's Edwards into the lane. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
Paul against Russell. Out to Bridges. Takes the 3. Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves trail. Towns finds Gobert. Out left to the wing. Picked by Gobert. Here's Prince. He's guarded by Bridges. 6 to shoot. Edwards. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
And it's Paul off the drive. Pass to Booker. To the middle. Here's Ayton. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And the Suns lead by 6.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
Now here's Towns. Back to Russell. Towns on a screen. Russell with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. Towns against Crowder. Towns can't get it to go. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Chris Paul, as a veteran leader, just sets a high standard for the team that he's playing on. It's really elevated the other guys.
And Edwards, here we go. Pass to Prince. This one for 3. And nails the tray.
How about the clutch gene showing up in Taurean Prince? What a shot.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in its small forward. Outside, Russell. Out to the right wing. Towns wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Brooks against Prince. Bain passes to Morant. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Adams finds Jackson. Here's Morant. And it's blocked by Towns.
Rejected by Towns. I mean, he's become a great shot blocker.
Russell dishes to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Jackson. Morant with a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Bain. After Taurean Prince's miss, Adams. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Now here's Towns. Here's Edwards. And Adams sends it back. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here's Gobert, and the Grizzlies with possession here. On the wing, Bain. Morant looking around. Driving inside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Morant against Russell. High post, Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Assist goes to.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David. Here's Morant. 1:56 left here in the first quarter. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. The 19-footer is on the money. Morant's got 6 points.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
1:09 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Bain passes to Jackson. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
putting on a show. Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
Russell kicks to Prince. Back to Russell. The 19-foot shot. That shot off. And Memphis the other way now. Bane passes to Morant. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. That's now 8 points for John Morant.
Closer in look. Let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Lobbed up there for Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Payne for three. Gobert pulls it in. Prince outside. Pass to Towns. There's the three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. He notched. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the three.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And since coming into the league, Desmond Bane, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
Edwards, a screen on Morant. Russell, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Brooks against Prince. Brooks dishes to Jackson. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and-one opportunity.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2024. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
He also loved that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
Outside, Russell. Prince in the corner. Outside, Russell. There's the lob to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Jackson, a screen on Russell. Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Wants to get it to Bane, and does. And that one drops. Bane's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Russell gets it to go.
Hitting three-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do that.
Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And Edwards with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Morant throws it down.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Russell feeling it out a bit. At the elbow, Edwards. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant kicks to Bain. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Kicks it out to Prince. Towns against Morant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Morant against Russell. Morant's got space, and it's good off the back rim and in. Morant's got it all tied up now for Memphis. Here's Russell. He's got 5 from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Oh, my man way beyond the arc. D'Angelo snatched.
Morant outside. For the 3. Marries it from three-point range. Morant's got 9 points in the quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here we go, one-on-one. Jackson up top. Memphis moving that ball around. Russell against Bain. Jackson down low. Out to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Over Prince. And the shot is long. The Timberwolves have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
And Edwards drops them both. Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Concho. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
No good on the last second attempt there. John Morant has been leading the Timberwolves. 27. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
They've got Jones. Clark is out there with Williams. And it's Aldama in at the 4. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Fires from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Noel's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And here's Jones. Here's Williams. Clark right side. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Memphis leading. Williams inside. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Going to high school in the L.A. area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
Picked by Clark. Conchar, the pass to Clark. Reed with the rebound.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
There's Williams. Drops in the layup for 2. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. Anderson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Left side, Jones. The pass to Concho. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Noel. Rebound by Williams. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Clark with it. Guarded now by Anderson. Pass to Conchar. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Shot to stop the run, and scoring with the play inside is McDaniels. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Outside, Jones. Pass to Concho. Here's the 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Here's McLaughlin. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense in anticipation there to stop. Outside, Williams. The dish to Clark. Williams inside. McDaniels defended. Here's Clark. That one's not going to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Concho. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
The kick out to Anderson. And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
From deep 3-point range. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Bain with it. Outside Jackson. He kicks to Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Grizzlies. And he sinks the second. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now, here is Russell. Edwards with the screen for Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And the officials call a traveling violation. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 7-point differential. Now, here's Morant for 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Towns, and he makes good on the layup.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
Morant against Russell. Bain passes to Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
Morant with the steal. Pushing it up. Bain with it. Picked up by Edwards. Bain, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards drives in. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, he's got some hop. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Outside, Russell. Right wing. Gobert finds Towns. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Now the pass to Morant. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And typically, he's reliable from the line. Let's see if Russell can come up here big for his team.
And so Russell hits them both.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Morant kicks to Bain. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Edwards can't hit. Memphis has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And then Morant slams it in.
Massive points from Morant, the leader of this team, willing to take the big shot.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Morant's against Russell. And they double up Morant. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Outside Russell to take the lead. It's rebounded by Memphis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Morant. Jackson in the corner. And the rejection by Towns. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Nine seconds left to play in the final quarter. They get it back. Outside for Jackson. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
On deep. It's off. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to
And as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Now here's Morris. Here's Leonard. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Now here's Wall. Launches it. Leonard finds Zubac. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And he buries his first look. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
George has the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
Out to the wing. Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game. It's always fun seeing the electric John Wall at the point. I mean, he's got a skill set really suited to running a high.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Anthony Edwards at the line for 2.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
No doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Now George, outside Wall. Out to Leonard, the 3-ball. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Prince. Inside. It's stolen by Wall. Stolen by Russell. Here's Prince. Pass to Russell. Back to Prince. Now here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Clippers.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Back to Wall. Down low. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. For Minnesota, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Now here's Russell from deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Zubats.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Morris. Now Zubats. Back to George. From deep. That shot missing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Oh, power it home!
Oh, wow!
Well, it takes elevation to finish like Wall here, and that's not a dunk that just anybody can pull off. You got to have some special ability to do that.
The 3 from Russell. That shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And George with the jam.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
It's Edwards with a drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
George against Edwards. Shot from 12, and the shot falls short that time. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Pass to George. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Off target at the rim. It's Edwards with a drive. Paul George pulls it in. The Clippers trail. Leonard outside. Right wing. Zubats with it. Outside Edwards. With some arc. The shot no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Leonard. Pass to Morris. It's good.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
Wall against Russell. Throws it up high, and Edwards slams it in.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Here's Morris.
2 minutes remain in this first half. 2 minutes.
Now George, guarded by Edwards. George passes to Zubats. Clippers keep it alive. 5 to shoot. Outside Wall. To the inside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So many incredible players, Clark. What elite talent really takes your breath away? Is it passing or shooting, handles, or maybe those high-flying dunkers?
Yeah, for me, I think it's seeing the game, and that goes back to passing. Being able to see a player so ahead, that really excites me because not many players can do that. Scoring, you got a bunch of guys that can do that. Athleticism is actually 13 to a dozen in today's NBA. So I like the vision and passing as the skill that most excites me.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Greg.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Russell with the ball, guarded now by Morris, and it's powered home by Towns.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
The kick out to Morris. 51 seconds left in the first half. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That one's off.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. George outside. Back to Wall. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
That free throw good for Morris. Here's Russell. There's 25 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Edwards. It's tipped. It's stolen by Wall.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Wall figures out ways to draw fouls and turn those into points. He is a dynamic point guard.
At the line for your
And that one falls for Wall.
John Wall. 2 shots.
That one's no good. Outside Edwards. And some nice defense there to end the quarter.
Dominant defense from Leonard.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. The kick out to Morris. Zubats with a screen on Towns. On the attack, Morris. And some solid defense from Towns. Minnesota in the lead. Right side, Edwards. Here's Prince. That one a little long.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside McDaniels. Puts it up from 17.
Boy, I tell you, the long reach of Covington, really bothering shooters. I mean, he enjoys making life difficult for whoever he's assigned to.
Kennard outside. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Here's McLaughlin. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Noel. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Clippers. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Cranes the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Jackson down low. And a nice finish on the layup. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. McDaniels against Powell. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Powell passes to Jackson. To the paint. Batum. Out to Powell. Back to Batum. Oh, and Reed with a block. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Knocks it down from distance.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Jackson left side. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Pass to Reed. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Kennard outside. To the middle. Covington with it. Picked up by Reed. Batum gets the bucket. Batum's got his first 2 points.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Batum. Finished off the break. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
And, you know, Batum with that Greyhound build and stride covering ground in a hurry.
Here's McLaughlin. Good work there as it goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson, pass to Powell. Outside Covington. Driving inside. Pass to Batum. 4 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Here's McLaughlin. And some nice defense there to win the quarter. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The T-Wolves on top, up by 1. Don't go any... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers trail. And they go to the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Russell against Wall. Pass to Morris. Leonard outside. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Towns. Back to Prince. Towns down low. Leonard defending. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And we also can't ignore how relentless they've been on defense, flustering the opponent and generating a lot of steals.
Slam dunk city, Paul George with the big-time throwdown there.
Russell against Wall. And he's going for the lob. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handle. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands. And most times, it's pretty good.
Here's Edwards with the drive.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Kicks it to George. Morris against Towns. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Stolen by Russell. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Towns. Gobert finds Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
George with it. Russell covering. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Leonard passes to Wall. That three's off the mark.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
It's stolen by Leonard. Minnesota with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Here's George. And he he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there. Well, that time he made the most of that trip to the line and cuts the deficit.
And here's Russell. And there's the lob. And Edwards slams it in.
Making the right choice there. I mean, Russell, this is what scouts like about him, his feel, that intuitive feel for the game.
And George launches it from deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Pass to Towns. There's 42 seconds left in the final quarter. Towns on a screen. 5 on the clock. Russell finds Towns. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Gobert. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness there from George. Sticks with the shot despite the foul that he gets while in the air.
Both shots good from the strike. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Russell with the ball. Pass to Prince. Now here's Edwards. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
We're anticipating a high-scoring affair in this one. Doors a lot of offense. Both these teams are very dangerous shooting the ball.
Which is an absolute pleasure for you and I and the fans. Offense obviously sells tickets. To me, the interesting point, which defense is able to step up and make a difference tonight?
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Now Russell, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Towns finds Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Paul against Russell. Booker outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. One point he made to his players was, we're going to try to attack us where we live. Right at home, in the paint, at the rim. We have to be ready to contest shots, play physical, and match their intensity. Guys, we will all find out together how this plays out.
Thanks, David. Here is Edwards. The Suns getting the bucket. Towns down low, defended by Booker. And Towns throws it down.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's Jay Crowder demonstrating how strong he is. He's dominating the defense with his ability to play through contact.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Bridges passes to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges, so willing to give it up to an open guy.
Russell with it. Now guarded by Booker. Here's Edwards. They can't stop the run with that one. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And here's Edwards after Mikal Bridges hitting the 3.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
He kicks it to Booker. The tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Edwards. Paul with the steal. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Booker looking around. Takes the 3. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting. Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton, no doubt on the dunk.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Edwards with the drive.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
Against Paul. Booker outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Paul with the steal. And there it is for him.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the rejection by Ayton.
Boy, really tough to score on DeAndre Ayton. Such a patient shot blocker, guys.
Booker outside. The three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
That one drops for him.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Three-pointer, Crowder. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already at... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here is Paul. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Now here's Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Well, Chris Paul is usually the guy to deliver the pass. In this instance, getting to the catch-and-shoot game. Go ahead, Chris. Let your teammates make it easy on you.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
No coverage that time. Crowder's got his second basket of the game.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter. Someone who can shoot the three well. You've got to get into his space.
Here's Towns. Second chance shot. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his first points in this one.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
The drive by Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 13. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
That's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Here's Paul after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Ayton sets the pick for Booker and stolen by Russell. Crowder with the steal. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Paul. He's got 5. Kicks it out to Booker. 4 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Gobert, no good. Suns leading by 20. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
It has not mattered one bit what the defense has sent at Devin Booker tonight. He is cooking.
Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Edwards. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. Kicks it out to Booker. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Ayton. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. 1:10 left to play here in the half. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McLaughlin. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. And here's Anderson from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Paul. He's tightly guarded. Again, the miss by Booker. Timberwolves trail by 20. And there's the pass to McLaughlin. Here's Reed. And stolen by Ayton. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Bridges. Defended by Anderson. For 3, Booker. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, that's the moneymaker, right? Devin Booker will go all night from three-point range if you allow it.
Kicks it to McDaniels. Some solid defense from Ayton. He can't get that one. And through the first half.
21. The Suns, 44. And get ready for the Jabberwockies.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Johnson and Jaric are the 3 and the 4. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Johnson. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. To the inside. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Noel. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Noel. It's stolen by Saric. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Now Shamet. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Offensive rebound. Out to Lee. Shoots the 3. That shot off the mark. And Minnesota will come the other way. McDaniels with the ball. Working on Lee. Another shot, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Sharge. Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He's off on the second. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Noel. Three-pointer. Sharge grabs the board. Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Landale. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by McLaughlin.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
No good with the layup. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Johnson kicks to Lee. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. Lee's got 6 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
The shake. McDaniels passes to Anderson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shamet with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Lee bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Back to Sharge. Landale pass to Sharge. Shoots over Reed. Suns keep it alive. Passes to Shamet. From deep three-point range. Out to Lee. Down low. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Here's Shamet. Off target from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And here is Shamet. Here's Sharge. It's hauled in by Noel.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. He kicks it to Johnson. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
The offensive rebound. The pass to Noel. No good with the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now Shamet. And so it's Phoenix riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. And they're... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Sharge, that's good. Sharge has got his first 2 points.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Saric so comfortable on the interior.
And Edwards with the stop.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Shamet. Lee kicks to Saric. Pass to Shamet. Towns against Saric. Johnson from outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Poked away. Towns with the steal. Plenty of room around him, and it's good.
Well, his versatility on display. Karl Anthony Towns can spot up from deep, back you down in the post, and just for luck, how about a little money pull-up off the dribble?
Shamet on the wing. Towns with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Right side, Russell launches a three. He can't get that one to fall. The Suns go the other way with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's on D'Angelo Russell. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Suns.
And look at how aggressive they were defensively, forcing mistakes and turning those mistakes into points.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game. You know, if you want any chance of contesting that shot, you have got to put a bigger defender on him.
The Suns making a change here. Paul's checked in. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Here's Russell. That one a little long. Phoenix leading by 22, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And it's the Suns with the ball. Paul with the ball. The high post shot. Ayton.
Rudy Gobert is as intense a defender as you're going to find in the NBA, and he refuses to give up anything easy.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Jay Crowder.
Free throw good, Edwards. Suns have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Ball passes to Booker. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. They get the rebound. Passes it to Gobert. This one for 3. And it's Towns missing. Crowder with it. Picked up by Edwards. Ball kicks to Bridges. Pass to Crowder. Kicks it out to Booker. Crowder, the pass to Booker. Connects from three-point range. Booker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Suns. Edwards, a screen on Paul. Russell with the bucket.
That's a nuanced understanding of pick-and-roll play. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Russell. And Booker kicks to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Bridges finds Booker. There's the triple. Bridges misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And here is Paul. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Hey, a real treat in store for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Morant. Poke loose. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Pass to Bane. Morant with it. Jackson the screen. Goes up on the wing. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Russell against Brooks. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Inside. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
This is where you want Adams to have the ball. Can't get a higher percentage look than that.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
This seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And some will remember that Desmond Bane was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Now here's Russell. And he lobs it up, and Edwards slams it in.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Here's Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now here's Russell. Ooh, poked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bane earlier in the draft, Smitty.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Here's Russell, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
The three from Russell. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Morant. Outside Bane. Back to Morant. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Over Towns. Blocked again!
The defensive chops of Towns. Able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul. Second
team throw good, Edwards.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony.
So he gets them both. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Russell against Morant. Outside Bain. Pass to Jackson. Back to Bain. Now here's Brooks. Now Morant, guarded by Russell. And it's Morant off the drive. Good key by Gobert.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And it is so tough to disrupt Towns' shot. I mean, when he shoots, he's so disciplined and locked in. Oh, so impressive.
He's off on the second. Memphis leading. Outside for Brooks. Adams, the pass to Bain. To the left wing. Morant with it. Russell covering. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
There's 38 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Towns. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Bain finds Morant. Going inside. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Russell against Morant. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Every team is looking for that star to lead them to great things. Morant already looks the part.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Morant. And Morant drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Edwards a screen on Morant. Oh, there's the alley.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Russell against Morant. And he drives in. Prince grabs the miss. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Made that shot a little harder than it had to be. No one around him, just rise straight up and drill it.
The shot by Towns, no good. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be a second foul of the game. Morant against Russell. Outside Morant. Down low. Here's Jackson. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Out to the right wing. And Gobert with a block.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. The three from Russell. The Grizzlies pull it in.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Outside Bain. The three. That one no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Outside Morant. Prince grabs the miss.
He's lost his momentum in a big hurry. Coming off an excellent quarter, now he just can't find the bucket.
Brooks, the pass to Bain. A minute 22 left in the first half of basketball. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. He doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Russell against Morant. Pass to Bain. 54 seconds left in the first half of this game. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Russell against Morant. Now here's Russell. The D's right on him. Misses from close range. Outside Bain. Pass to Adams. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
You got to bring more than that to stop Steven Adams. Using that strength to fight through contact.
Outside Russell to the inside. Puts the move on. Towns can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Right side Morant. 1 second left.
And the defensive chops of Gobert just knows how to hold.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one. Both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got John Conchar. Also Tyus Jones out there. And it's Clark in at the center, filling out the middle. Clock at 6. Conchar, good.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Now here's Russell. And he lobs it up top. And the officials call a traveling violation.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Outside Jones to the middle. Here's Clark, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
The offensive rebound. Aldama. Outside Jones. There's a screen. Tries yet again. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major, major impact.
Outside, Anderson. From the wing, Clark grabs the board. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Williams from long range. And another miss by Memphis.
He's got to be mad at himself. Won't get a better look than that.
Reed sets a screen. Here's Noel. Off target with the 3. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Conchar drives in. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Aldama. Now Jones. Here's Aldama. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 14. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Noel. Now McDaniels. Uses the glass on the layup. McDaniels got his first bucket in this one.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Jones in the post. Here's Aldama. Shakes him. And he lays it up and in.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. And that one drops for him.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
2 minutes.
Outside Jones. 1:49 left in the third. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Clark. Back to Williams. Goes back up. On the wing, Jones. Anderson against Williams. Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "There's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product." Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And the Grizzlies with some changes. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. The 3 from Russell. Another miss by Minnesota.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Outside for Brooks. Pass to Bain. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bain getting off the ground with ease.
Edwards a screen on Morant. The 3 from Russell. Oh, stolen by Morant. Bain with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Bain against Edwards. Bain, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Prince, and he jams it home with authority.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Outside Morant, inside. Here's Jackson.
I saw it.
Wow!
And he saw it.
And that one is hammered home.
The young fella usually goes about his business, but on that play, it was a highlight reel from Jaren Jackson.
Russell finds Towns. Throw it down on the lob.
And this is the chemistry Towns has with his guys. He recognizes when to go for alley-oops. I love it.
Outside Morant. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 12. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Russell to pass to Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Deflects the pass. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And here's Adams from the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Pass to Towns. And the layup is good off the glass.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Morant. There's the drive. And then Morant with the jam.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
And he's going for the oop here. And Edwards slams it in.
This team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Outside Morant. From behind the arc. On target from range. Morant's got 7 now in this quarter.
Gotta honor Morant's 3-ball. He's more than capable of torching you from there.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Morant. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. To the left side wing. For 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Towns against Jackson. Let's go with a 3. Brooks with the rebound. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. Edwards against Bain. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Takes a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Grizzlies.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
And when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And what a huge performance it was for Ja Morant.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
And stolen by Morant. Outside Bain. There's 38 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Morant. From the arc. Good work defensively by Russell. The crossover. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Jackson outside. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy.
Here we go.
These guys are ready to go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem form, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
The shot by George, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Edwards drives in.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now, here is Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Edwards against George. And he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Paul George dunk contest, he's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Edwards, a screen on Wall. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Here's Leonard, and he drives in. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Here's Edwards. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. And they get it. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
It's his first trip to the line.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter. And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now, here's Wall. Outside, George.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Gobert pulls it in.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lobbed up there for Edwards.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Wall passes to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Prince against Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wall. Nice D from Russell. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Towns against Morris. That puts them in the lead. Towns has got his second basket.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
George looking over the floor. Morris finds George. Zubac trying to break loose. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 6.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll be back right. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in a point. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's George. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Prince, the pass to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 3.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Russell from long range. Prince against Leonard. Morris dishes to Leonard. Outside, Wall. Outside for George. Morris passes to George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. George has got 10 points.
Yeah, not letting anybody keep him from that spot. Paul George, nice, strong play that time.
It's Edwards on the wing. Excellent D there from George. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard with no one around. Morris. It's good on the putback.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Lobbed up there for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Pass to Leonard. Back to Wall. And George now top of the key. Wall finds George. Back to Wall. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Zubac the pass to Wall. On the wing, Morris. George against Edwards. And it's George missing. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround. Did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly, it's been a lot of outsized factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point. But with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have 2 teams in LA that can be this good.
So looking it over. And it's Towns missing. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Ball against Russell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Los Angeles leading by 11. 43 seconds left in the first half. Left side, George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Kawhi operating in the painted area. So tough to stop.
Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. Shot and game clock separated by 5. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The pass to Morris. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks.
19. The Clippers, 30.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Heat is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Noel in at the 2 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
He lobs it up, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Jackson finds Powell. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's McDaniels. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Coffee passes to Covington. Stolen by Anderson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Offensive rebound. Here's Noel. Here's McDaniels on the money from 12 feet away.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
Outside Jackson. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Coffee. Reed with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Good. And that's now 6 points for Jaden McDaniel. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Clippers leading by 11. Outside Jackson. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's McLaughlin. No points in the game yet for him. Noel. And it's sent back by George. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Left side Jackson. Reed with the block. It's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Here's George. 12 points for him. No good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Going inside.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Jackson dishes to Batum. And he gets it to go.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed for 3. It's good from long range.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Reggie Jackson showing his physicality from the point guard position.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Powell.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got 6.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Lobbed up there for Edwards.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Jackson kicks to George. Fires for 3. That one misses. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball with... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. Leonard, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 8. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Morris. And there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got his first bucket in this one.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
They get it again.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He dishes it to Edwards. This is it to Russell. Over the wall. Here's Prince. And the rejection by Zubac. George against Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's George. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Los Angeles calls timeout. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Prince. George passes to Wall. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock is at 3, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Clippers call time here. Timberwolves trail by 5. Russell with it. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And when you watch Edwards, expect him to get his, a prolific score.
Roll against Russell. Out to Morris. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
And he makes the first.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Wall against Russell. Uncovered. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Zubac finds Leonard. Outside, Wall. Back to Leonard. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Out to Edwards. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Gobert, and he lays it straight in. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Here's Leonard. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Right side, Russell. And Edwards with the stop.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Here's George. Gobert with the block. Edwards against Zubac. Edwards dishes to Prince. Gobert with a screen on Zubac. Deep two from Russell. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Times make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
To make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking and the game continues on.
And so Russell hits them both.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
The kick out to Wall. He slaps it down right on top of Anthony Towns.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside Russell. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
It falls.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Well, the teammates are fired up, and so is D'Lo.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. George against Edwards. Got a piece of it. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And the Timberwolves call timing. They're down by 2. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To take the lead. No good from three-point territory. And the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
And really a complete lack of awareness. Seemed to have no idea they were out of timeouts.
A good point, Greg. It is. He just lost focus completely. Didn't have his head in the game at all. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for